Your boy is back. Your favorite person that you love to hate is back. It's your boy Mastermind, aka Ambition the Mastermind, aka Smiley, aka the Smilester. And you are now tuned into Smilito's Way, courtesy of Broken Hip Hop Baltimore, featuring us niggas that can't rap and them thoughts that we fucking bald head, teeth missing, but the boy still shitting Baltimore. Stand up. It's your boy Smiley, aka the Smilester. I'm back. Smilito's Way is back. The podcast is back, but this is what makes this podcast so much better. It makes it so much more significant than any other podcast. And I've only done about 6. The last one being on April the 2nd, right after Nipsey Hussle passed away. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. But anyway, this podcast is super significant because as I'm recording my audio for this podcast, I'm recording the visual. Make some noise! We're going to insert the noisemakers and the party blowers and people and drinks and all that other stuff around the table. I mean, I do have my drink, but I don't promote that type of stuff on camera. I mean, I do what I do, but whatever. Shouts out to Burnett's, because that's what I'm drinking. $4 pints. Do the same thing as a $20 pint. So I'm like I said, man, this is my return podcast. It's like, I'm back. I'm not even going to say I'm back for the first time. I'm back like I've never been here before, because I haven't, I've been, I work a lot and I grind a lot, but now it's just like, man, it's mind over matter and now or never. Not that I've never not been in like super grind mode and, been doing my thing. For those of you who don't know, first off, let me introduce myself. Because like I said, this is the first podcast that I'm having on camera. My name is Smiley. You can call me Smiley. If you want, you can call me the Smilester. I'm a rapper, mastermind, Ambition the Mastermind. Broken Hip Hop Baltimore, that's my brand. Like I said, featuring us niggas that can't rap and them thoughts that we fucking bald head, teeth missing. I'm still shitting. Garbage bag full of clothes, still pulling holes. Oh, I gotta watch my language because my mama gonna be watching this. She gonna have something to say. Shouts out to my mama. Shouts out to Mama and Papa Smiley. My mother, Mrs. Lady Ray. My daddy, Big Smiley. But anyway, I rap. I cook. I'm a chef, by trade through experience. I'm college educated, majored in business. I used to be a street entrepreneur. Man, I even used to shine shoes when I was in high school. You can fact check that with anybody. I used to shine shoes at the Amtrak station, Penn Station, Baltimore, Maryland. I've even shined Jim Harbaugh shoes, brother of John Harbaugh, coach of Michigan. Go Blue! Yeah, that's my favorite college team. They need to sponsor me. Burnett's needs to also, because I name dropped y'all. But anyway, this is a podcast just for the sake of making a podcast. Because I've been saying, I need to, start doing the podcast again. I need to start doing this and start doing that. Anybody else who knows me knows I'm a procrastinator. I'm not going to sit up here and lie about it. I talk about everything that I'm going to do. And it's not that I don't get any of the things accomplished. I just don't get everything accomplished. So I should either do both of two things. Not one of two, but both of two things. Speak less and shut the fuck up about what I'm going to do and just do it. Those are the two things. Just like Nike, just do it. Don't say anything. Let my actions speak. That's what I'm doing. I'm in the process of going back to school. I want to get certified for a few things. Not just culinary, but barbering. And I'm not going to barbering school. I'm gonna pick up an apprenticeship and do that shit freelance. Go to the state, take my test to get my license. Not about to spend $17,000 for some shit that I already know how to do. The culinary thing, my job's gonna pay for that. So I'm gonna end up with basically a second business degree, and two degrees altogether. But my tracks will be, hospitality management, which is business. So second business degree. Then I'll be certified in all parts of the culinary trades. Excuse me, I'm a little parched. Speaking Speaking of the culinary trade, gotta shout out. Like, how could I forget this? It's my own company. It's my brainchild, along with my man T Green, aka Mikey Medicine. Shouts out to my man, my partner, my brother. Shouts out to my our other partners, my brother C3, and Aaron. You know what I mean? E.600. Shouts out to all y'all. But Hybrid Hospitality. Hybrid Hospitality is the overall company. Faint of Heart Foods, you know, that's the food division. But, you know, we also do cleaning services right now. You know, that's our two focuses right now at this point. The ultimate goal down the line is to build schools and hospitals for people who may not afford, like, be able to afford, you know, certain luxuries. I mean, a hospital, you know, is not a luxury. Like, it's a necessity when you need it. But it's become a business, and this coming from someone that works at a hospital. Even though I don't work in the medical field, I work in a hospital. It's become a business, and you know, simple health care is the type of thing that should not cost anything. You know, I don't know how long this earth has existed and has been inhabited. I mean, we all know the story of, you know, maybe Adam and Eve or the Big Bang Theory or whatever you choose to believe in, but like, we know, like, I mean, I've been here 37 years, and, you know, I can trace some of my you know, lineage and my ancestors back, you know, over 100 years, close to 200 years. So you can only imagine how long this earth has been inhabited. Y'all know what I mean. But things like simple health care shouldn't cost. Education shouldn't cost. The schools that we're building, you know, private school education, you know, at a public school price, you know, and taking it back to teaching home economics and tonsorial services. For those of you who don't know what tonsorial services are, that's barbering and hair care services. You know, just, I don't know, you know, it starts with, you know, generational wealth, because like that's what it started. You know, when I wanted to like really like flip the script and, you know, get on a whole other, making sure that my kids were straight. So it's like, okay, get life insurance. That's the easiest investment that anybody can make. You know, you got a lot of plans out here as low as $5 a month, $10 a month. You know, you smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, depending on where you live, that's $8 to $10, possibly more. You know, don't smoke for a week, invest that in life insurance. That's one of the best gems I'll ever give y'all. But like I said, it started with generational wealth and wanting to teach my kids and, you know, leaving a legacy for them. But then it was like, what about their friends? Because, you know, me and my old lady, my future wife, we've always been the type of parents, like, our children's friends have been able to stay over, you know, come over the house on the weekends, or even during the week sometimes. But more, what it boiled down to is like, you know, like, I can't just think about my children, you know, like, it's a lot of children out here. And I mean, a lot of them come from good families, but then, like, even if they don't come, you know, even if they still do come from good families, like, there are a lot of things that a lot of people don't know, like something as simple as financial literacy, you know. So it's not just about my kids, but like my children, their friends, you know, their friends. And then, you know, some of these friends, even with my youngest at 12, I still learn from him. So maybe some of his friends can teach his parents, like, oh, you know, my homeboy father, big smiley, bit back. But yeah, I mean, that's what it's about, man. Like, I'm on a mission, you know. I'm not. This might sound blasphemous, and I'm not a religious dude, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but I'm on a mission to be the Jesus Christ for the current and future generation. Or I'll even say, you know, somebody that could be a little more human, because Jesus was a human. And I mean, Jesus wasn't even his name, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother podcast. So I'll make it a little more, you know, relevant, recent, like a person that we know was man and not seen as a prophet. I want to be the Malcolm X for this generation, or maybe the Martin Luther King. I'm not saying that I want to get crucified to a cross or shot at the podium or on the balcony. But what I'm saying is I'm willing to make the ultimate sacrifice to do whatever I need to do to not only be successful for myself, but to show, my people. And when I say my people, it's not a race thing. Like the only race that I see is the human race. I mean, I'm racist and I'm prejudiced, but at the end of the day, like I have Jewish friends. I have a guy who's a French Jew. I love this guy to death, and he loves me back. That's my man. Shouts out to Mr. Leo. And it's not just about, who I know and the classifications. I'm not going to break it down into all of that, but what I'm saying is all I see is the human race, and, I want to see everyone win. I want to show everyone that they can be entrepreneurs. I know that there's always a yang to the yin. If you have employers, you have to have employees. You have, entrepreneurs, you have workers. You have dreamers, you have doers. I want to prove, not even prove, I just want to show everybody, because I have nothing to prove. But I will show you what's capable if you just, change your thought process. Just one thought process. I'm a person that quiet is kept. I suffer from depression, and one thing that I do to change my depression, to change the way that I feel, and I think, number one, I think about my family, my children, my parents, my fiance, all that. But I smile. They say you laugh to keep from crying. So and it's simple, because I be feeling down, and then I start smiling and laughing. Give me 2 minutes, I'm good. Even if I'm not good, I'm good. At least appearance wise, and I mean inside I'm good, but I'm good enough to go. My point is this: like, it's that easy to change your thought process. You can be a boss. You don't have to be a worker. You can work a regular job your whole life. Let's just say you work at a college and you continue to work there so your children and grandchildren can get a free education over the years. And you work there for 25, 30 years, and you got 3 degrees, and your children and grandkids have several degrees. Okay, I'm with that. But it's a lot of people out here who don't want to be in that type of race. But people who think like that automatically, aren't in the typical rat race. Buddy of mine, I'm a name drop him, Bobby Sidnor. I've known this dude since middle school, Catholic school. This is a guy that works at, a prestigious university here in Baltimore, Maryland, and he's gained several degrees, but also allowed his family to gain degrees, or further their education. And you can't do anything but respect that. And more importantly, this is a man who also has his own business. Shouts out to Bobby. Happy birthday. I'm not to put my man business out there, but my man's in Mexico right now. You know what I mean? He's his own boss. Works his regular job, and that's, it's a means to an end. So from that standpoint, like, yeah, but when you're working a regular job and you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're 2 paychecks from poverty, 1 paycheck from poverty, and it seems like there's nowhere to go. You have no hope. Like, there's always hope. You just gotta take a step back, breathe, and just smell the roses. Everything the roses won't always smell fresh. Sometimes the roses are gonna be dead. It's cold outside. There are no roses to smell. But my point is this: like, just seize the moment. Like, every moment is a moment. You have to live life 1 second at a time. Don't ever doubt yourselves. Positive affirmations. When I say I want to see everyone win, I want to see everyone win. I have enemies out here, and I won't say enemies on my behalf, but people who don't like me and they hating on me. Like, I'm not worrying about none of that. Like, you hating on me for what? Like, we out here running the same race and jumping the same hurdles. Like in the rat race. Like the whole rat race. Change your whole demographic. Please, people, it's possible. It starts here. So you start to change your thought process. You change your thought patterns. Then slowly you change the people, places, and things that you hang with. And not necessarily the people, but it might, be 1 or 2 persons here or there, and then like the places that you go, like you might go clubbing every weekend, and the things that you do, you might smoke a bag of weed a day at $10 a day, and then you got to pay for the blunt, and then you smoke cigarettes, a pack a day. Do the math. In the process, you're doing the thinking and then you're doing the math. You start to think like, you know what? Instead of saying I can't, we'll say how can I? I can't afford this. I can't afford life insurance. I can't afford. No, how can I afford this life insurance? It's the best investment you can make. Like, not to, keep speaking on life insurance, but that's a great investment. If for no other reason, you're going to die eventually. Everybody's got to die. Invest in several policies. And I mean, the little $5 to $10 policies, those are term policies, and it's good to have, but you want to invest in whole life policies. Either way, you can eventually borrow against these policies if needed. You can, build, interest in them, but they're an investment. Like, when I die, I don't care if I had, a $10,000 policy. My family knows I want to be cremated, put in an urn, just like this. Rest in peace, Razor Roo. But it'll be a lot less. But let's just say just $10,000 in life insurance. That $10,000 will get me cremated, have a homegoing service, and still leave, a couple dollars for the family. It's not much. It's not something that they can live off forever, but it's something. And y'all have to think about this, man. Small investments. Once again, I mean, I'm happy to be here. This is your boy Smiley, aka the Smilester. Broken Hip Hop Baltimore. This is Smilito's Way. We more than 16 minutes in this podcast. This is the return of Smilito's Way. The return of the Smilester. And in this return, not only do I have the audio recording, like for my people y'all see it, but I have the video recording. So to my listeners, like, this is my first podcast that I'm actually recording, and I'm not recording it live. I'm gonna, download it later on, but this is my first recorded podcast. And just coming home from work, I had to work, last night. I worked from 4:10 until 4:10 p.m. to 3:55 a.m. It's officially on Eastern Standard Time at 6:13 a.m. November the 8th. But yeah, came in from work and I'm watching TV and playing around because I got a new phone, but never got it cut on. But you hook it up to the internet, broke nigga shit. So I got my regular phone and the other phone that somebody gave me. Bip bap. Shouts out to Miss Mo on the lookout for mistaking this for an iPhone, but it was really an Android. That's how I ended up with the phone. But yeah, just sitting around playing around. I'm like, you know what? I can record a podcast. But not just this one, but every one from here on out. I watch Drink Champs a lot. Shouts out to my man Nori, man. That dude is an entertainer. Shouts out to Nori, DJ EFN, the whole Drink Champs, podcast, their staff, Revolt TV, Diddy. Shouts out to all of them, man. Like, that's a big thing. And the one thing that Nori really, preaches on his podcast, on his show, you got to give people the flowers when they smell them. When they can smell them. Excuse me. Once again, like I said, this is just, this is the first recorded one. I'm going to download it either way just so people can see it and listen. It's a podcast for podcasts, so excuse me for my mistakes or whatever. But I'm name balling a lot of different things, and I'll go into one subject and out of that and into another. So y'all gotta forgive me and just bear with me. Like I said, 6/15, November 8th, 2019. We about to be in 2020. But back to Drink Champs real quick. Just to finish up on that. You have to give people the flowers when they can smell them. So with that being said, I gotta give just off the break. I'm snowballing. I gotta give a shout out. A shout out to my big brother, my oldest brother, Rashawn Lindsay. This dude owned his own film company, Tribro Entertainment with Brian Evans and James Lavalley. But more importantly, and I mean, he's done commercials, films. He's worked for, many different companies. Works for a very prestigious company now and a high ranking. But I'm gonna tell you what this dude just did, man. My big brother just ran the New York City Marathon. That's 26.2 miles, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, that's a marathon. That's 26 miles. My man just ran the New York City Marathon. I have to. I don't care. I don't know or care if y'all understand how significant that is, in general. But to me, that is the most awesome, and y'all have to excuse my language for this. That is the dopest shit. That shit is the dopest shit in the history of dopest shit. In the history of dope shit, that's the dopest shit I'd have ever seen. Pardon my French for everyone, especially to his friends, because he knows a lot of professional people, but pretty sure they curse. I'm at my dining room table in my home. But I have to shout out my brother Rashawn Lindsay, on everything that you do. You're my role model, and I don't know if you really believe it when I say it, but like, dude, you're my role model, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, even like me at 37, like, I started getting it, but like now I'm really getting it, and I'm about to, really like follow my brother plan and, walk the walk that he walked. I don't care how much later I did it, and it's not that I've done anything wrong. I have a great life. I'm in my dining room, in my house, and, kitchen, and I have my own company, and I work, and, I got a family and a white picket fence. I even have a cat and 2 turtles. Like, really. But yeah, man, shouts out to Rashawn Lindsay. Once again, Rashawn Lindsay, my brother, my big brother. Real talk. I just want to give you the flowers when you can smell them, homie. I love you, bro. You already know what it is. But it's been a lot going on, man. I'm not going to keep talking and rambling. We got the audio podcast, and then we got the recorded podcast. The recorded podcast I can't pause, but I'm about to take a quick break. The audio podcast I can pause, but either way, I'm going to take a break on both. This is just soda in the cup, and told y'all, shouts out to Burnett's. That cheap $4 stuff does the same thing as a $25 pint on a broke night. We all done been there though, but I'll be right back. And when I come back, I have a couple people I want to shout out, a couple sponsors, things of that sort. Once again, this is Smilito's Way. You're tuned in with Smiley, a.k.a. the Smilester. Courtesy of Broken Hip Hop Baltimore. Shouts out to Hybrid Hospitality, Faint of Heart Foods. We'll be back in a brief moment. Y'all hold tight. I'll be right back.